So we're back again, fresh still in our minds, the highs, the lows, the stresses, the strains. And as they prepare to cross swords all over again, we remind ourselves of that magic of the game. This is what it does to you. It brings you back no matter what. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So the teams are ready to go as we all bask just for a moment in that special feel-good factor you tend only to get on days like this.
Well, cup competitions have been getting a raw deal because of downgraded importance, but these games still offer a hold-your-breath ordeal that can be as good as anything out there. Just listen to the sense of anticipation here. What an atmosphere. This sounds important. This sounds as if it matters.
There's the whistle, and here we go. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, it's quite simple, Peter. It's hard to overlook the highly productive Ademola Lookman here, because he's someone who's more than capable of scoring prolifically and is sure to make teams think twice about playing that high defensive line because of his pace and, of course, his clinical finishing too.
I think the opposition defence agree too. He's going to be the source of so many of their headaches. Pass somewhat off target.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
In with the challenge. Lookman. And he was quick to react. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Now it's Osimhen. Osimhen. Osimhen! He's got away with one there. Lookman. And here's Osimhen.
That was lovely, that.
Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And here's Osimhen. Real chance! Dispatched clinically. And Nigeria are ahead. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
Well, registering that
And a shot! And yes, it's there! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
There's the whistle for half-time. Some first-half thoughts?
Well, Peter, at 2-0, you're faced with the choice of just trying to see the match out or forcing the issue even further. I'd always be inclined to go for the latter, go for a third, especially with a full half of football still to play.
Nigeria are heading into the break very happy with how it's gone so far. Whistle goes, and we start the second half. And that is that. Nigeria advance. More stern tests await, no doubt. Your reflections then, Jim?
Look, it's knockout football, and ultimately a win is what counts, and they seem to be able to adapt to whatever's required to make good progress. A team to keep an eye on, I think.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. There's the whistle, and here we go. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, Peter, it's always hard to gauge the true worth of Jordan Henderson, as he's not the type of player you can measure in terms of goals and assists. He'll be the brains in midfield, trying to provide the creative input for players up front whenever possible.
Yes, they'll certainly be leading.